we want to thank you, Paula Tompkins, for coming out and joining us. We genuinely appreciate your being here. Is there anything you wish to plug or shill to these people and to the listeners at home?
I would say the Pod F Tomcast, give it a listen if you haven't already, and then it's totally free. Me and Evan Schletter, the brilliant Evan Schletter, do it every month. And also I will be going on a tour in May. I'm hitting about a dozen cities, and that's almost finalized, and all the info will be up on paulftompkins.com very soon.
Go there and love it.
Paul F. Tompkins.
And while we're at it, one last hand for Joseph Scrimshaw. Man doesn't know his stagecraft. We have come to almost the end of this podcast, and we want to thank you all for coming out like you had anything else to do this early in the morning. Sleep. Okay, thank you for sacrificing your sleep for us. But we wanted to end on something special, because normally this is recorded in our respective homes over the internets. But since we are here on a ship with actual talented people, we thought that we would close with a song. I was going to ask the band back there what their name is. It's been a very early morning, as we have just described, and they have not come up with the name. Storm, you got any good ideas for what we'd like to label our band?
The Awesome Singing People.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Awesome Singing People.
Always say thank you, or at least say please. junction, gonna get you there if you're very careful. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Gonna get you there if you're very careful.
Go do things.
And that's why I said